Hello, everybody. It's Gwen with CraftyLadyDesigns.com. Excuse my boarding house reach. You don't need to see my keyboard. We are going to finish up our project that we started last week. Now, this is the flip type um, envelope. God, I can't even think already. Envelope album. We've got all of our pages finished. I made pages. Now, this it has 6 pages with a flip, and then it has, these are envelopes. These are square envelopes. They measure 5 inches. I'm sorry. Now the book measures 5 1/4 square. The envelopes measure 5 square. Um, my sister Scrapper, this is her project per se. I saw it and I emailed her and asked her if it was okay if we used it in class. She said it certainly was, but I certainly do want to give her credit. I had posted that last week as well, that it was. Hi, Patty. Met Wife, hi, hello. We got a good crowd going here. So we have, of course, made the book, covered the book in black, lined the book with the little book paper. Now I'm using both the 8 inch square pad and the 12 by 12. Um, it's going to take quite a bit of paper, quite frankly, because we have to cover all these. Now I'm going to mat. I'm going to mat all the pages individual areas. Excuse me, that we're going to then put pattern paper on and then embellish with some of the cut aparts and some of the chipboard pieces and whatever. So here we go. Anybody got any questions? Got a good crowd going. I've got to leave at 3 o'clock. I really do, even if we aren't finished, and I'm so sorry. Oh, Patty's on vacation this week. Oh, good. Good, good, good. The paper collection is Rare Oddities by Graphic 45. This is the 8 by 8 pad. And then I also am using the 12 by 12 pad. Rare Oddities. We also have the chipboard. We have both chipboard pieces that we're going to draw from. And we have the cut aparts. I've made some little embellishments. We have the infirmary pack here as well that we'll use. Now, we had, for you people that are new or not new, it doesn't matter. We had a major problem for the last 2 or 3 weeks with Ustream. Hi, Dainty Diva. Hi, honey. We crashed several times, and I went through and I moved some of them over on YouTube. I always, every week, because Ustream only saves them so long, and every week I move them over to YouTube, and then you can watch them there. I went through and moved over about 3 or 4 different ones, or maybe more. Some of them were short, but some of them had some pertinent information in it. But apparently, how to make the page didn't make it, and that, quite frankly, is the most important part. So we are going to make another page for everybody that either didn't get to see it or hi, Scrappadabadoo Crafts. Hello. So whoever, hi Carrie, I mentioned Carrie. Hi Jenny. Oh, Jenny's censored. What'd you do, Jenny? What'd you do, honey? So we're going to make a page. Now it takes, these are 5 by 5 square. They measure 4 3/4 by 4 3/4. The envelopes the cards measure 4 3/4 or 4 3/4. The envelopes measure 5-inch square. It takes it takes 1 card. They're envelopes and cards. The cards measure 4 3/4. It takes 1 card and 2 envelopes for each page. 2 envelopes and 1 card for each page. I'm going to put these up. Now here are the envelopes. They are square. Now, oh dear. Well, I got nothing but envelopes, but cards. Just a minute to get our envelopes. Where are they? Hello. Okay. There's one. And there's one. Okay. 2 envelopes and 1 card for 1 page. Now these envelopes are square, and you can buy square. Well, I still didn't get, for John's sake. Jeez. I've got plenty, I know. Well, I can't find another envelope. Where in the freak? Don't tell me I don't. Oh, say. There are 12 in a package. And as I say, you need, to do 6 cards, you'll need the 12 envelopes. I bought 2 packages. You'll need 12 envelopes and 6 cards to make 6 pages. And I'm making 6 pages. Okay, dear word. Now these envelopes are square across the top, and then you have this opening like so. There are square envelopes, and I think Scrap-a-Dab-a-Doo certainly has envelopes of all kinds. To make this project, you need this type with the square top and the opening like so. Now I have some that are the pointed, like we can make on our envelope maker, but they also don't have this opening. And I suppose you could make these. I don't know. I haven't tried, quite frankly. I don't do a lot with envelopes. I really don't. But I saw this. I saw my sister Scrapper make this, and Ginger, and I really liked it. So the upshot is, this is how you make the pages. You take 1 envelope and you're going to fold the top back like so. You're going to take scissors, and little scissors works better, and you're going to cut in the side here. You're going to cut where this meets. You're going to cut in, and my scissors has stuff all over them. Wait a minute. Glue. I didn't clean them. They need clean. So you're going to cut in that tab, make a tab. You're going to go to the other side and do the same thing. Just cut right up here, like so. And you have 2 tabs. You folded this back, and you have 2 tabs, okay? I'm going to trim this up. Okay. Now you're going to take glue. Margaret Ann, I'm using glue. You're going to take glue and glue your tab, like so, on both sides. Can you see? I get my hand in the way. I got to have a better mouse trap. Okay, so you've glued both tabs, and you're just going to fold them down. Glue them down. Because what you've done, you've opened this pocket up to use as a full pocket. Like so, okay? Now you take the other second envelope. You do the same thing with the tabs. Open that up. Open this up. And there again, you have 2 tabs, just like we did before, okay? Now, this flap, you're going to glue down. I'm going to use my ATG for that. You're going to glue it down. You're going to take, this is the second envelope, you're going to take this and you're going to glue it inside. Fold it inside, if I can get it over that flap. Fold it inside and stick it down, just like so. This is your second envelope. Then you're going to take your first envelope with the flap, and you're going to put the flap down in like so. You see, here we are like this. Here we are like this. You're going to put the flap in like that and line up the top. Now, kind of fold it down and kind of put it down like so. And when you get it leveled like that, I kind of reach underneath and hold that square. Reach up underneath and then take your glue. So you've got it like this. Take your glue and glue those tabs that you opened up. You're going to glue that second, make sure it's square. You're going to glue that second envelope inside. Now, when you and then you're going to fold that over and glue that. This is the flap. Glue that down, and there's your page. So now when you open these up, you want both of them to, here's your pocket. You open that up, here's your pocket. These are to look the same when you open them up. This is the back. This is a pocket in the top, and this is where your card goes. The card goes in the pocket towards the back, like so. So there's your page. You have a pocket here. You open it up. Here's for embellishing or photos or whatever. You have a pocket here. You turn it over. This is your card that slips in and out, like here. You've got a place for embellishments and flowers. Pull out your card. You've got the front and whatever. Now, I'm going to mat the front and the back of this card, and then I'm going to put designer paper just on the front. I'm going to leave the inside. You can do whatever you want to do. It's your book. I'm going to leave this open to journal or whatever, but I am going to mat Ginger matted everything, and I'm going to as well, simply because it is an envelope and it's not real strong. And if you mat before you put on your designer paper, it gives it more body and a little stronger. Are there any questions? Did you get that? Yeah, you don't have to make them square, I don't think. I mean, that's what we're doing in the project. Can you always make your envelopes with the punch board too? Uh, no, I I don't think so. I mean, I think you need, like I said, I think you need this type of an opening. I haven't tried it. I mean, I don't know. I'm saying no, but I don't know. You need this type of an opening to have a square opening to make a pocket. And if you have that V, unless you cut that off some way, I suppose you could cut straight across and then slip your. I haven't tried it. I'm sorry, I don't know. Uh, you can always make your envelopes with the punch board. Well, see, Carol, I don't think so. I mean, you can make envelopes with punch board, but they're always the V. They're not the square. They're not the squared top and the squared opening here. You can try it. You know, I accidentally bought square envelopes that had the pointed uh, flap, envelope flap, and what like you make on your deal, and I couldn't get it to work. So I don't know. Uh, Yeah, man. Hi, man. Hi, honey. Well, I suppose you could. I mean, you can do anything for goodness sakes. Uh, and kind of square off the top where that point is. I might try. I mean, not today. I don't have time today, but we got to get going. I have got to leave at 3. Uh, so I don't know. I may try that and let you know next week. Um, I think next week we are going to do a hand stitched pamphlet type book made with either a 9 by 12 or yeah, manila envelope, or with a file folder. and I showed it to you, and I don't think it's handy. Probably not. I tell you, nothing ever is. Oh, here it is. Uh, Make this. This is a file folder. It's got one signature, and it's got one row of stitching down the spine. It's very easy, and it's very cute. And now this is a file folder, and this is just cardstock. And then it has a little pocket on the side. So I think that's what we're going to do next week. It is so easy and so cute and all that. And then I had some raffia that I tied it together with and made a bow. Okay, I got to get going. Now, are there any questions, or we need another one? There again, this is the card. The envelopes and the cards come together. This fits down the slot in the back, like so. There's one page. See, this opens up. And I suppose you could cut across that V and make that square across the front and then kind of cut across your point and stick down in there. Hi, Bunny. Is Barry here as well? Hi, Barry. I didn't see Barry. Hi, honey. We do have file folders. Yes, we're going to use file folders next week. Oh, it is just Carol. Okay, hi, Carol, honey. Hi, Teresa. I'm back. Stuffing my face with dinner. So anyway, we got to get going. I have to leave at 3. I've got a 4 o'clock appointment about 30 miles away. Uh, and I apologize for that because I don't like to do that, but I had to. So we are going to embellish. Is there any more questions about this? Uh, if so, let me know. Hi, Barry. Is Barry here? I don't know. I didn't see her. Miss Barry Blueberry. Uh, Let's see what we got here. We got a nice crowd today. Okay, I gotta get going. I check. See, it's my fault. Carol, I had the Comcast came out and did all kinds of things, and the booster that they put in the week before wasn't put in properly. It's just like a lawyer. You go to 2 lawyers, they have 2 different opinions. One's right and the other's right, and all these things. Well, you get a repairman of any kind, and then you have to have something done over. The second repairman is going to say, well, the first one didn't do it right. Well, that's what happened here. He said he put in the wrong booster, and it made it too hot, and it did this and did that. Then he went outside, and there was how wires, there's 100 of them all twisted together. Well, one of the little wires had worked loose and was stuck in something it shouldn't have been. And now we'll see. Read the beads. Yeah, Jen, that's true. I mean, really, I've never seen that fail, quite frankly. Um, I hope it's okay. There again, if you lose me, I'll be back. I did save what I could last week and posted them in YouTube and watched them. And that's what apparently this part didn't get on. And that's the most important part, quite frankly, how to make your page. Okay, now I've done a little pre-work. Here's our book. We finished the book and we've got our pages in the book. I have pre-cut. Now, like I said, I am going to mat this part, when we cover this up, the back. I'm going to mat everything in black. And then I'm going to put the pattern paper on top. I've cut all of the matting. I'm going to put that down. I've cut the paper for the front. And here is the paper. I'm using this. It's a little busy. I know it is. I'm going to use that for the front and the back and the spine, but I absolutely love it. And then whatever embellishments we put on front, we can fix that. But I went through and I don't know. And that's upside down. The butterflies. This has a pattern. The butterflies are going up. like so. So I'm going to start matting, and I've cut all, and I've got the dimensions if you want to write them down. Now, you write them down, and this is primarily what they are, but you really need to measure your own page when you finish up, and especially if you use the other types of envelopes. Oh, I tell you, Carol, it just about drove me crazy. Um, and Ronnie and was having trouble with his television and the pixels and whatever. So yeah, I called him right when we finished class. Now they came out Friday, I believe. I mean, I had to wait, but that's, I didn't do any more streaming. So we'll see. I hope so. Real nice guy. Seemed real knowledgeable. Well, the other was too, but who knows? Okay, now I'm going to start matting. I've cut all my mats out of black cardstock. I use 12 by 12 because they're odd sizes, and I think uh, there wasn't as much waste. And then what, like for example, I could use some leftovers for this right here, and there was waste. I think you'd have more waste, and I didn't try, but I think you'd have more waste on 8.5 by 11 paper. Uh, Hi, No, how are you? Glad you're here. We got a nice turnout. Okay, we got to go. So this is 4 3/4, 4 3/4 by 2.5, and this is the pocket opening. And you need 12 because you have two pockets. I think you need 12 of most everything, quite frankly. So this is the pocket opening right here, and this is where this is going to go. Right in there like so. Now I'm going to use glue, Margaret Ann. God love her, we tease her. Uh, I don't use a lot of glue, but I'm going to use glue. And you're going to slide this down in this pocket. I cut these about 1/4 of an inch or so smaller. Line it up as best you can and as straight as you can. I cut these about 1/4 of an inch. You don't need much. See, I'm going to be off today. Okay, there. That just slides down in there like so. And it goes down in a little bit. Uh, oh dear. Well, I'm not that. I am going to round the corners on the big ones. Don't let me forget. Now this, you lift this up and you do the one underneath. You have two pockets. Scoot it down in. About 1/4 of an inch all the way around, or 1/8 of an inch, or get it. Well, I don't know what today, if I'm going to so there's the second one. So now we're going to put designer paper over this and make it 1/4 of an inch smaller. So let's keep going. I'm going to keep going and not gab so much because I want to get this as done as we can. I don't know. I like it already. Pull up your pocket. Bring it in. Bring it around 1/4 of an inch or so. And you're going to need 12 of about everything, quite frankly. Got any questions for me? If you will, put it in caps. Hi, Patty. Or did I always say hi to you? I don't know. Hi, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. We got a nice crowd. Nice crowd. Carol, I can't wait for my order. I can't get that down on that one side. Come on. There we go. Can't wait. Gotta get going. I gotta get going on some more Halloween stuff. I think. I don't know. So there we go. There and there. I gotta get going. I'm gabbing too much. I always make 6 pages. Ginger made 5. I don't know. I just always make 6. If there's any other part of this, and I don't know how many of you signed up for my YouTube channel. I may just do a YouTube on the page itself for you, other than it'll be in this. I didn't realize that part didn't work. That's the most important part. Now you lift this up and run your little, what happened here? This one's stuck. Well, thank God I'm using glue, Margaret Ann. I had to really wiggle that around. That part of that envelope. Okay, here we go again. I know I'm out of frame all the time. I wish I could put my camera up over my head. I just can't. I don't know how I could do that with my setup. Poor little Molly. He's up on the back of the couch looking out the window for Daddy to come home. Daddy's playing golf. Ronnie leaves and he always says, I'll be back in 10 minutes. That's what he tells Molly. He picks him up and looks at him, gives him a hug, and says, I'll be back in 10 minutes. Of course, poor little Molly, I don't know. And so he'll lay up there on that couch. Now he'll sleep. Well, he'll lay up there till I get finished. But the only thing is, I'm going to walk out the door as soon as I shut this camera off. And he's not going to be happy. And he gets mad at us. When we come home, then Courtney sent me a picture today of my little baby Avery. First day of preschool. Oh, and she had a bag. She had a little bag to carry her things in. Now there's another one, like so. You lift it up. She had a bag to carry her little things in, and it was as big as she was. I mean, it literally touched the ground and she had her little arm crooked, and it come up past her waist. It was it was a little over half her size. It was so funny. Ronnie just got the biggest kick. She's too little. I told Courtney. She's a baby. Yeah. Walker went to the same little preschool. It's a good little school, and it's fine. And she only goes a couple days a week, 2 or 3 hours, I think. I don't know. I sent Courtney we called it nursery school, and Courtney was an only child, and all of my friends' kids were 10, 12, 13 years old. So I just kind of thought she needed it. She did. She's very social. Maybe that's why. My little Courtney. My baby. Any questions? Been there, just busy. Linda. Hi, Linda. Okay, there's another one, like so. We have one more of this. The rest of them will be really easier. They're not hard, but they take a little longer. I don't know. Now I'm going to do all this and try to get all the pattern papers on, and then the cover, flowers and whatever. I'm not going to get a lot of embellishing on the inside pages themselves. You can do them as you like. I will. I just don't know that I'll get it done today. And if you want me to do that, we'll take another week. That's okay with me. I don't care. You want me to completely finish it? Okay, there they are. There's all of our little flaps, like so. Now the rest of them are pretty straight on. This is for the bottom of the pocket. It measures 4 3/4 by 3 1/4. The bottom pocket. That was the pocket opening that we just did, was 4 3/4 and 2 1/2. I'll lay these aside. Now these I want to round the bottom corner. I just want to round the bottom. I'm going to take 2 at a time. 1/2 inch. Oh, I almost did it. I just want to round the bottom. 1/2 inch. I should have probably had this done too. I didn't want to do too much, but cutting all this paper takes a little bit of time. So I'm just rounding the bottom of the, now this is the pocket. Ooh, I too many there. This is the pocket, and you need 12 of those as well. Okay. These are just, and they just fit in like so, and then when we do the, they'll fit on like this, like that. So we'll get those put on. These won't take as long, I don't think. Just lay it down. Leave about 1/4 inch like we do all the way around. Now I didn't make a thumb pull because it wasn't real convenient, quite frankly. What are we talking about? Now do the one underneath. You got 2. 1 page. Put it down. 1/4 inch. And line it up with your top edge. Like so, if you can see. Line those up there if you can. And then see it's got the rounded edge. And that's your pocket. Like that. There's one. And this is just kind of a lightweight. I had a, I don't use big heavy card stock for things like this. Number 1, it makes it too bulky, but number 2, you don't need it because you're going to add more layers to it. Yeah, the hinge system is based on Kathy Orta King, Mrs. King. Her hinge system. I do it a little bit different. I showed it last week, and I don't know if I have a YouTube on that or not. I don't think so. But anyway, did that show up? I can't remember. I thought it did. The hinge system showed up. But you put your pages on a little differently because you don't have an opening to slide them on top. You have to put them on the back like so. Now when we do we'll cover them up with this and our pattern paper. So this doesn't cup over the hinge like they usually do. Okay, there's another one like so. And you lift it up like so. I'll rewatch. I don't know. I don't know. Whether it showed up or not. Did it not show up? Whoever mentioned that, did it not show up, Janny? Yes, Meg, but you have to enter through her website tab for the classroom. Huh? Oh, are you talking about me or are you talking about Kathy Horta? I do it different than Kathy. If you go watch hers, and it's primarily her design, but I personally do it different, and I don't make it mine. I just always give her credit for the basic premise, and then I show what I do different. It should be on there. And I know, and I don't know what video I do it. Every book we make, I I use it. I thought I had made a Ustream and saved it. I don't know. I can't remember. I know I made one for Judy, redid it. One of our gals, but I can't remember where it is. You don't have to go through my website to get my Ustream or my YouTube. I've got, because Janny usually always gives that. So you may be talking about Kathy Ortiz Kings. We may. I don't want to rush this. I want it really pretty. Have to do a third week. I don't know. Well, let's get these on and do the, I don't know, because I've got to cut out all this pattern paper and I haven't picked out all the pattern paper. I don't know what I want. I've done both ways. You've done it, they would if you make them from cardstock. It would just slide over the hinge. I understand. These don't slide over the hinge. I mean, this book does not. And I'll show you here. I'll go back to the extra page I made. It does not. Most of them do, but this one does not slide over the hinge. Yeah, that's right, Carol. They really are. They've been around forever. They really have. They really, really have forever. I know I've been doing these stitches, I did a junk journal and I sewed it, and several years ago, I did several hand stitch books, uh, and I made a junk journal that I showed a couple weeks ago, and hand stitched it, and they're very simple and they're very pretty, but that's how they made books. I mean they bound books. Uh, I like deckled. I read a lot, and I like deckled edges. And way back in the 1700s or whenever, true, Carol, I have seen it at least 20 years now. Deckled edges on books were a mistake. They didn't get them cut properly, and some of the pages within the book wasn't cut at all, and whatever. And they sold them real cheap as mistakes and whatever. Well, now deckled edges have become very popular. Here's whatever. We got one more page. And they're more expensive. Just bought a new book. and it has deckled edges. Love them. If I made a book out of, I think it was 140 pound paper, 140 pound, oh, water, I don't, it's not water paper, of course. What is it? 140 pound paper, but it was used for watercoloring. But I used it makes a really, 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 really nice book, and you can get, well, you can get the vellum finish, which is smooth, but I tore the edges, uh, held a ruler down and tore the edges, and it made them deckle. I want some more coffee dyed paper, but I want to tell you, I wonder if I could buy some off of our little Ashley. That is a lot of work. I know. Now this is, I mean, they are more expensive books. I love deckled edges, and they're real popular, but they're more expensive. They really are. Okay, now I gotta have a drink of tea. Okay, so we have now, there's the front page, front part of the page. There's your pocket right there. Lift it up. There's your second page. There's your pocket right there. I needed to trim that off a little bit. Now we're going to do these. We're going to do these right here. And these are for the pockets front and back. Yeah, okay. This is the pocket flap, the front, and when you turn it over, the back. They're the same size. Here and here. And they are 4 3/4 by 4 3/4 square. Now I'm going to round all 4 corners on these, and I'm going to round all 4 corners on the ones that go on the card that we put down in the pocket. So I'm going to round these corners. I'm going to do 2 at a time. I can't do 3. I used to round all 4 corners. If we don't, well, we do have a straight edge, but I'm going to round all 4 corners. I should have done this ahead. We may have to take, oh dear. I had to take that appointment. I don't like to do that. 3:30, oh, I don't think I could make it. I gotta go 30 miles. But it slowed down a little bit, and I've enjoyed it. I've been busy enough, but I'm trying to read my new book. I used to read every night in bed. A few chapters. Now I read a few paragraphs and I'm out. Terrible. It's terrible to get old. Oh, see, I'm out of camera. I'm sorry. Just all 4 corners. Okay. Do the same thing. We're going to put this down on the top up here like so, and then we're going to oh, I missed a corner. I don't know, Margaret Ann. I think you're right. I should have. Well, I always do these after I put them in. Margaret Ann said that she decorated her pages and then put them in. Okay, so that's under there like so. Then you're going to turn it over and you're going to put one on the back. Now, what happened here? I missed a corner. You're going to cover up your spine. You're going to cover this up. This is how you attach your page because we because of this, and this is all closed in. We didn't have an opening on the side, so you had to put it in like so. But when we put these on, that'll cover it up, or cover it up as best we can, and it will be fine. So you do the same thing. It's the same size. Just put your glue around the outer perimeter. They are starting to warp a little bit with the glue. Now just put it down and put it over, and it covers up. I didn't make these quite as big as maybe I could have. It covers it up. It's fine. It's just fine. But if you wanted to make them a little closer, you could. So, oh, that needs some more glue. So there we have it. Now there's one page that is completely covered with the matting. It's going to mat everything. Open it up. I didn't punch a hole in the spine for any, and you can. I just didn't. I turn this one around. It's a little easier to put down the under the Carol, did you already mail my deal? Hi, Barry. Oh, I agree, Carol. Okay, there's another one on there. Now we got to do the back. Well, what did I do? I missed some of these, didn't I? Oh, okay. All right. That's fine. That is just fine. I was going to have you throw something in, but that's all right. I'll get it next time. I can't wait. My box is going out today. Still here if you need some. Oh, I do. The only thing I need is some of these fine line bottles. Do they come one or two in a package? And I've already paid, so you can wait till I need, yeah, if you could throw in a couple of those fine line bottles, if there's two in a package, or two of them, whatever. Yes, please. Thank you. Can't wait. Oh my God, all that graphic 45 paper. I will be beside myself. Okay, there's another one. My glue is seeping. Okay. There, and there. I got to get going. I can't. Yes, I do. I need a couple fine line bottles. I really, really do. One of them, you know, they could do a better mousetrap. One of them, I tried to use for glossy accents, and it worked for a while, but it got all gummed up. And then I need an extra one for something else I want to put in it. And I'm not going to put glossy accents. It's wonderful stuff. I love it. But it's just so hard to use. Okay, there's another one. I'm going to go on. I don't have to show you all these. They're all alike. I got to get my glue gun out here in a little bit because I want to do the cover. next. And that way, if we have to quit, because I've got to cut out all the pattern paper. I haven't cut that out yet. Okay, thank you, honey. Thank you. I was going to call you this morning and then I got busy. You know, I don't know. I can't wait. Well, what is wrong with this? I'll get that glued very good. It's 2 o'clock. Oh, Lord, there is no way. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do the outside. And then we'll probably do the rest of the inside next week because I want to do it with you guys. Okay, there's another one. And I don't want to rush it. I don't get this on the edge very good. It's all right on this one, but that other one on the back, because you're on that spine, or you're on that hinge, not spine. So we're about, when we get these finished, I will start on the front. Okay. Now what's happening here is I'm getting put a little extra glue on that hinge. That's not working right. I'll have this all glued up. I'll be able to open it up. You got to hold that down there along that hinge, or hold it, stand it up like this. I think would have been better. And then you get it real nice and smooth. But you do have more wiggle room. Okay. Any questions? This is pretty self-explanatory, this part. And then you're going to cut your designer paper, and you're going to cut it about 1/4 of an inch around the corners where they're rounded. Hi, Sandra. Hi, honey. Miss Sandra Bobana. Char. Hi, Char. I didn't see you. See, I've been busy. I have been busy. I want to see. Oh, we have a great crowd. It's so wonderful. Miss Sandra. Sandra, I heard your name mentioned on air the other day. Not on air. I was watching YouTube, Barb Owens, and I heard her mention Sandra. Our Sandra was there. I watch her on YouTube. I don't watch the Ustream. I watch YouTube at night on my iPad in bed. I don't. Okay, now we're going to do it this way again. I'm going to kind of stand it up to get that along that hinge, like so. If you just kind of stand it up and hold it down for a little bit. Hi, Char. I didn't see you, honey. Yes, Sandra says yes. I heard her. I've watched her 2 or 3 times. I just found her. I watched your YouTube the other day too. I I don't know. I've watched because I like this. Uh, the pages, the what are they called, art journaling and whatever. She does a lot of that. Uh, and I found another gal too. And I know, Xandra, you've done the jelly plate. I haven't. I wouldn't mind having one of the little jelly plates to do for make backgrounds for greeting cards. But yes, Barb is also. Yes, she is. Yes, she is, and she's so sweet. I like the way she's funny, and but I just watch the YouTube. I don't watch, and I don't belong to her thing. But anyway, I did. I heard they talked to Xandra. Xandra had some trouble. You had some trouble or something. They were trying to help you get it fixed or something. She's got a fantastic uh, video set up. Uh, Now I'm going to put some extra on this tab or hinge. And then I'm going to stand it up because these are square. Then we're going to do the, real quick, we're going to do the inserts that go in, that go in. They're I can't talk. I can't talk. Z. Yeah, she is multi-talented. Now, and I taught sewing myself for years at a fabric shop, and she apparently does that as well. My sewing machine is buried, literally, physically buried in my closet. I need to get it out. I'm going to make a 3-foot Raggedy Ann for my granddaughter for her birthday in October. Number one, I have got to start. But if you knew what it was going to take. Okay, here we are. We have them all front, back, etc. Like so. Now they'll dry flat. They're a little bubbly. Now see, it's getting a little bigger, like so. Now I'm going to set that aside. We're going to do our. These are the cards that came out of the packet. I'm going to round. What am I going to round? I'm just going to round the bottom. I'm just going to round the bottom on both, of course, the card itself and the mats. I'm going to mat the front and the back, not the inside. You certainly can. I thought about it. Just a lot more paper. You can, but I'm going to leave mine right now. I'm just going to do the front and the back, and I'm going to put pattern paper just on the front. Hi, Barry, my little Barry. Barry had a birthday not very long ago. These are the cards that came with the envelope pack. And we only need 6 of them, but we need 12. Oh, and I didn't give you the measurements. I will just a minute. Well, they're 4 3/4 by 4 3/4. Oh, wait a minute. No, they're not. Because They're 4.5 by 4.5 because these are 4 3/4 by 4 3/4. The envelopes are 5, so these are 4.5 by 4.5 for the mats. Okay, there they are. Now, I'm just going to do the front and the back. Just like so. The glue oozes. So there we go. And then we're going, and then see that, I'm going to leave this so you can write and whatever. I'm going to put one on the back, but then I'm just going to put pattern paper on the front. But I'm going to put the black on front and back. I don't have one. Now do we need to bring in more of the jelly plates? She does a lot of jelly plates. I'd like to have a little one. Well, Xander, what size is the little one? Like you do for cards. I don't want a big one, and I'm not gonna, but I would like to have. Well, I'd like to have the little one first. I don't know. Never say never. They are neat. I never really kind of thought but I've watched Xandra do it a lot, and then now watched her do it. I don't want the big one though. Get some of the little ones, maybe Barrett or Carol. Yeah, the 3x5. Yeah, the small one. Yeah. Yeah, Carol, you're probably right. I think they've become more popular now. I mean, there's a lot of YouTube on jelly plates. But I'd like to have a small one. So if you get some in, let us know. I don't want you to get things in that. They have 4x6, 5x7. Oh, and four. And I don't want a round one. 4 point. Well, I want. Then I would want 4x6. Yeah, Dainty, I agree. I didn't either. Uh, well, I maybe the 4x6 or the 5x7. Maybe I want one that size. I want a standard A2 card. I would want one to use for that. Of course, you can always trim down your paper, but I don't want to. I don't want a great big one, no. But I've been watching several things. Ooh. And our Xandra did it for a good while for us. 5x7 you can cut down better. Yeah. I'd like to have a 5x7. Because you can cut them down. And that'd work great on an A2 card. Which is, well, is it 4x5 1/4? Or no, it's 4 1/4 by 5.5. That would be perfect. 5x7 would be good. Yeah. That's what I want. If you get some, let me know. I think some of our gals here sounds like they'd like to have a smaller one too. Carol, Barry, Miss Carol, Miss Barry. Well, it seemed like when they first come out, for some reason, they weren't real popular, but I think now they are, I really do. I have a brayer, yes, I have two. I have a small one and then I have a big one, yes. See, Linda wants one too, Carol. And I think Sandra said she'd like a small one. Did you, Sandra? Or Sandra? These are the inserts, the photo inserts or journaling or whatever. Yeah, I know, Bunny, but I don't want one of those great big ones. I really don't. I would really want it for cards. But you're right. You certainly can. You can always cut them down. I watched her last night on what she did last Friday. That's when she's talking to Sandra. Um, she's just very talented, of course. Some things when she starts out, quite frankly, like last night, I thought, oh dear, I don't think so. I don't think so. Well, it turned out just fantastical, of course. Why can't why can't things be instant delivery? I want a stamp and dies. I know. Benny's got an 8. I don't want an 8 to 10. That's too big. I know. Uh-oh. Oh, no, there it is. Thought I'm shy a piece of paper. I probably should have gone ahead and cut the pattern paper, but I didn't. I just number one didn't have it picked out. But number two, I thought, well, I do that in class, but and since I really do have to get out of here, there's another one. See, they're almost finished. We got one more, and then we're going to do our cover, and then we'll go back. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do the cover. Well, and then we'll look at pattern paper, and then I'll have everything cut out as far as the pattern paper next week, and we'll finish that. We'll take the whole class to put down the pattern paper and do some. Well, it might because we want to. If we take another class, um, we need to just go ahead and finish the embellishments. I'm not going to get all that done today, but I'll have the pattern paper like this all pre-cut. I should have. I'm running out of glue. I should have, and I just didn't think. I don't know. I'm glad I had this cut. Did that this morning. Sorry, folks, a visitor just arrived. Okay, Margaret Ann. Thanks, honey. See you next week. Bye bye. I got a mod Carol. Janny mod Carol. Oh, you already did. Okay, good. Thank you. I have two messages. I don't know how to do. Oh, I don't know how to do that. Jesse, what's her personal opinion? I just think people make so much it would add up more than pattern paper in one stream. So many do the same thing over and over, and it's repetitive and mind. I just think people make so much. I don't know what you mean, Jess. What do you mean, honey? Her personal opinion. Did you make your own, Linda? Did I forget? Carol, PM, Sandra, Meg. No, I used it. Is it because I'm taking another class? I just think people make so much, it would add up more. It would add up more their pattern paper than on stream. So many do the same thing over and over, and it's repetitive and mind numbing. I don't know what you're saying, honey. I'm sorry, I don't know what you're saying. Uh-oh, I'm froze. We're froze. Oh dear, we're froze. We're frozen. I We were doing so good.